Story time. A lot of people don't know that I don't do stand-up comedy anymore. I don't do stand-up comedy anymore, not only because it just wasn't even feeling right at a certain point, but also because I was pushed out of stand-up by Zios. So in 2024, I was on tour doing the Unlikable Tour, which, by the way, was aptly named after there was an online smear campaign that was pushed by Black media that I believe was underscored by the Zios and possibly the Democrats, but who knows? Nonetheless, they had pushed this whole rhetoric that Amanda Seales is unlikable and basically just tried to discredit my voice. While I was on tour, Zionists really went to great lengths to cancel my shows, and they successfully canceled my show at the Kimmel Center in Philadelphia, which then led to the cancellation of my radio show. We up. By Radio 1, a Black-owned company. Then they impeded my ticket buying site. So it was literally I just couldn't do a tour because I couldn't sell tickets, and they had made it where certain venues were we don't even want to work with you because they're on us. And so I decided that I was going to simply just cash out. And I say cash out, meaning I had to literally pay the folks that had already been working on the tour, even though I wasn't going to make anything on the tour. So cash out meant I was out of cash. And I decided it was time to do what would the ancestors say.
This is your ancestor, Harriet Tubman.
Which is a one-woman show that uses history and comedy and commentary to ask us what would our ancestors say about where we are and what kind of ancestors are we for the future. Then I decided to turn it into a book. I'll do a whole other story time about what pushed me to do it in book form. You can support the book release on November 8th, as well as a live stream performance of the one-woman show, What Would the Ancestors Say, by going to amandaseales.com and getting your tickets. You're supporting someone who is constantly in defiance, who has dedicated herself to living in the legacy of the Black arts movement, which is one of edutainment, and using art to edutain, to empower, and to encourage not just Black people, but all of us to rise and to remember the resistance and resilience within us, because we are not a culmination. We are a continuance. And it is in that spirit that I continue to fight through my work.